Hey guys, welcome back to HyperTora. I've got my Tokyo Treat box here for September. It arrived while I was away in America volunteering for the World Scout Jamboree. So now I'm back. I've actually got a chance to unbox it. This probably arrived about 4 or 5 days ago. Unfortunately, I slept for the first 24 hours I was back, so I've just got a chance to open this up. I'm back a lot later than I thought I was going to be because of flight cancellations. But now I'm back. We've got this box and I can open this up. This should be our September box. So I'm looking forward to seeing what's inside this one. While I've been away, I haven't really had much of a chance to see any of the spoilers on Facebook, which is great, because I cannot remember at all what's in here. So, our theme is fresh and tasty, which is pretty cool. That's our September 2019 box, which is volume 45 of the leaflet. Tokyo Treat's been going a lot longer than 45 volumes. I believe that's how long they've actually been making the booklet. Because I've had Tokyo Treat, it must have been quite a while now, because they didn't used to do these booklets when I first got the box, which made doing DIY candies quite interesting. But we have our snack menu here, which is always very useful to actually tell what you have inside this box. So I think there is one thing in here I probably saw on Facebook on my mobile phone when I was in the States, which is right on the top of the box. So we'll start with that. So we have some Pocky. This is choco mint flavoured. So I think we've had ice cream sort of chocolate mint flavoured things before, so that'd be interesting. I'm assuming that's a cocoa bean on the back. But it reminds me of almonds, but I believe that's a cocoa bean to go with the mint. So that'll be an interesting try out. We don't always get too many mint flavoured things in these boxes. We get them occasionally. So that was from our classic box. Next up we have some sort of savoury snack. I'm not entirely sure what they're meant to look like, but these are, I think they're from our classic box, they're Petite Kabuki rice crackers. So almost look like melon pan the way it was crisscrossed on the top there, but they're actually rice crackers. It'll be interesting to see what these are flavoured like. I don't know what Petite Kabuki rice crackers are meant to be like. But a lot of the time when you get rice crackers, they're soy sauce flavoured, so it'd be interesting to see what these are like. Next up, we have a very big package of savoury snack. So we got some Kalbi crisps. These are from our premium box. So these are lemon salt, yuzu salt lemon potato chips. So we had some lemon salt Kit Kats in the last box. So it'd be interesting to see how they fare as potato chips. I'm not entirely sure how they work out with potatoes. They might be a little bit low in flavour, just to stop being overpowered. I'm not entirely sure how that will work out, so that'd be pretty cool to try out. Next up we have one of these mint taiyakis. I absolutely love these. I think it's the first time we've had a mint one, so we do occasionally get mint things in these boxes, probably more often than I let on the other snack, but I absolutely love these things. They're pretty cool. They're kind of a batter. I'm not entirely sure how to explain the outside of these, but they've got a kind of, I think these ones have chocolatey filling. But when you get these in Japan, you can get them at festivals made fresh, where they put the batter in a kind of waffle iron style thing in the shape of a fish, and they fill it with either custard or red bean paste. They're absolutely amazing when they're fresh, compared to these, which are slightly different because they're a candy snack rather than a fresh festival snack. So they're pretty cool. And if you do go to Japan, you're around a festival, do try some of these fresh. They're pretty funky. Next up, we have some fried potato snacks. Looking at this, maybe they're meant to be shaped like French fries, because they got the USA on them as well. So these are from our premium box as well. So this is a delicious spicy garlic and ginger flavour, which I wouldn't quite expect from a fried potato snack. I've just come out from the States, and I wouldn't say that was a flavour that I'd associate with the USA, so that'd be something different to try out. Next up we have some matcha green tea flavoured snack. I don't think it's meant to be that way up. We've had these kind of snacks before. We do get these in matcha, but we've had this particular shape of candy before. That's the best way I can describe it. I'm assuming this is from our classic box, and I can't see it on here. So it actually says on the packaging here, mystery item. We've included a mystery snack for you, month. So you will get a mystery snack that is either a new snack we haven't seen before or a snack that is a blast from the past. So actually I think these might be Sakura as well, because they've got the cherry blossom on the outside and a little rainbow on them. So Matcha green tea Sakura. I think we've had Sakura green tea Kit Kats before. So that would be something interesting to try out. I don't think we've had this particular snack before. I'm hoping this is something new. So that would be an interesting try. I can't tell you too much more about the brand of these. I know we've had these star-shaped candies before, but in different flavoured. So that would be interesting to try out. That seems to be our mystery snack. I think I've had these in Japan when I was actually in Japan. These are absolutely amazing. So we got some Kabaya watermelon gummies. I absolutely love gummies, and these are, I think, covered in powdered sugar as well. So these are really pretty cool, and I absolutely love watermelon flavouring in Japan, as well as the grape flavouring. So these are going to be pretty funky. I imagine that and something else I've seen in the box there are going to be some of my favourite things. So next up, we've got our Amiibo. This one is a natto Amiibo. So this is a classic traditional Japanese flavour. Natto is a Japanese soybean dish. So I'm not entirely sure what I'm going to make of that. I don't tend to have too much in the way of soybean, especially when I've been to Japan, so that would be something new for me. And that was obviously from the classic box, and so was the watermelon gummies. Next up we have, it looks like a wasabi item. We've just had some wasabi from the August box, because I'm doing these boxes in quick succession now that I'm back. So this is a wasabi nori. So this wasabi flavour mixed in with seaweed. I'm not sure if it's on seaweed or if it's something else, so that would be something different to try out. It looks like it's going to be quite sort of sticky, so be interesting to see what I make of that one. Next up we have some Gudetama custard chocolate chocolates. So these are from the premium box. They're individually wrapped, which is pretty cool, and from the look of that it's going to be a little chocolate encasing some custard, which sounds absolutely lovely. So I can't wait to open these ones up when we get to the end of the box. Next up we've got some soba meshi, I think that says. So these are going to be from the classic box, because obviously those were from the premium box, the Gudetama. So this is Yokin soba. So little soba noodles with a delicious savoury sauce taste. So I think these are always a bit like dried noodles. They remind me of Bombay mix, just because of how they are with a dried kind of crunchy snack. So that'll be a different savoury snack for me to try out. Next up we have, it looks like another chocolate wafery strawberry snack, possibly, based on the pink. This is actually from the premium box. So this is a Detective Conan chocolate bar. So chocolate crispy wafer. It doesn't say anything. It just says smooth chocolate. So I'm not entirely sure whether the pink is actually a strawberry flavouring. We'll have to open that up to try out. But it does feel like it's maybe melted a little bit in the packaging on the way over. Just based on how that feels. So it'll be interesting to see how well that's held up on the shipping over here. Next up, we have, I can't absolutely tell what this is. It makes me think of Rumune. It's a bit soft. So this is from the classic box, and this is a Chorus Soda soft candy. So this is probably going to be Rumune flavoured, or soda flavoured as some people call it. This is two-tiered candy treat. So I'm not entirely sure what to make of that. I have a feeling maybe that's the treat there, and it's going to have a kind of different flavoured centre. So we'll have to wait until I open this up to see what it's like. It does remind me of the whistling candy, the little mascot was on there. Next up we have what looks to be a cheese savoury snack. So we got a cow on there as well, and a block of cheese. So this is from the classic box, and these are cheese chips. So nothing too much extra in the booklet about this. So I imagine that's going to be pretty cheesy. Next up, this looks like our DIY, and we're being filled with melon stuff here this month, which I absolutely love. This is probably going to be one of my favourite boxes, along with last month's box. I absolutely love the amount of gummies in last month's box, and this month's box with the amount of melon flavoured things. I'm absolutely loving it. So melon jelly DIY. So this looks pretty cool. We're probably going to mix some water in with some powder, and this will turn into a kind of, I don't know if it will turn into jelly. A lot of these things turn into a kind of foam more than jelly, but the melon flavouring I'm pretty much looking forward to. So up next we have another melon flavoured item, and just as earlier I said something looked like it was almost a melon pan. This is Yorokin, if I pronounce that right, melon bread biscuits. So we've had melon bread biscuits before, or melon pan, because pan is Japanese for bread. I think we've had biscuits like these before in Tokyo Treat boxes. We haven't had this particular brand or packaging before. We've had like lots of small biscuits in a kind of savoury crisp bag possibly. So it'd be interesting to see these any different. These are biscuits, so they are a little bit harder. If you ever get a chance to try out some fresh melon bread, I recommend you try it, because it's a very nice soft bread with a sweet kind of sugary topping with the melon flavouring. So they'll be pretty nice. And then our final item in here is our drink, which is from the premium box, is watermelon soda, which I'm pretty looking forward to ever since I saw that in the box. So that's pretty cool. I don't think I've had this particular brand before. It says Kirin watermelon soda, and it's pinky flavour, or not pinky flavour, but pinky coloured, which is pretty cool. I think that's quite good for shipping abroad. When you do get some melon sodas in Japan, they're bright green, which is what I'm used to when I've been drinking melon soda from Japan. If I get it imported to the UK, it's usually a very pale green, but if you get it from a vending machine in Japan, it's absolutely bright neon green, which is pretty funky. Okay, and we're back with the watermelon drink, because my camera unfortunately cut out part way through the recording there. So this will be pretty interesting to try out, because it's obviously a different colour from what I'm used to from when I've been to Japan and I've had melon soda. So I'm pretty much looking forward to this. It'd be interesting to see if it's a different kind of watermelon to the one that they tend to use for the bright green bottled drinks. So that's everything that's in that box. So we'll actually try some of these out now, and we'll start with this watermelon one. It is fizzy, and it probably has come across from the other side of the world, so if you have this, I recommend being careful with opening it. It's got a very nice strong smell of watermelon to it. That's really nice, really refreshing. It's got slightly different watermelon taste, I think, from what I'm used to. So I think it's possibly the different kind of watermelon. It's maybe not as candied as some of the drinks. But that's really nice, that's really refreshing. I absolutely love that drink, and I recommend all of you that get this box to try it out. So next up, I'll try out the cheese chip snack. Oh, that's pretty cool. So these look similar to what we've had before. They're kind of flat, puffed candy, or savoury snack. Wouldn't say they're overly cheesy. They had more of a salty taste from my very first bite into that. But that's quite a nice savoury snack. Chips are probably referring more to the shape. I don't think they're potato. They feel more like some sort of puffed corn or puffed rice kind of thing. So they're pretty nice. Next up we have our mystery item. So I don't know if this is something that they're doing just for this box or whether it's going to be a regular thing. So it smells more of green tea than Sakura. So it's definitely got the matcha green tea flavour to it. It's got sweetness to it as well, which could well be the Sakura flavouring if there is any. Although I wouldn't say it has a very strong Sakura flavour to it if there was. It's hard to tell. But there is a sweetness to that, which is pretty nice. The green tea, if you haven't had proper green tea before, is very bitter. Candy versions are obviously a lot better than drinking proper green tea. So I'm still here and there on green tea after I went to Japan and took part in a tea ceremony, because that kind of green tea is very bitter, very pure compared to what you maybe drink as a green tea if you go into a cafe in a shop and get a green tea drink. So it's quite nice. I'm just getting over my aversion to green tea after the green tea ceremony. So that's a pretty nice snack to include in here. Next up we have our melon bread cookies. So these little round cookies, usually they have a bit more of a crisscross pattern on top and a slight green hue or tint to them. That wasn't something I was expecting to have chocolate in the middle of. So that's interesting. It does have a hint of melon to it. I really wasn't expecting the chocolate centre. And it didn't say that in the booklet. So the booklet is not be all and end all of what these candies are like. So that was pretty interesting, and that was definitely not expected. Next up we have our noodle packet. So these actually look more like puff candies with a bit of noodles in them. Rice puffs in there with some noodles, which I wasn't expecting either. So it's quite a mixture of flavour. You can taste the noodles. You can taste the savoury sauce in there. It's quite strong. Okay, next up we have our Gudetama chocolate custard candies. Hopefully my camera won't cut out anymore like it has been. I don't know if it's overheating. So these come in little individually packaged Gudetama packages, which is pretty funky. And I'm hoping these sort of have lived up to the heat in Japan as they've transported. That's the crisscross that actually reminds me of the top of Melon cookies. So we'll actually see what these are like. So it's not a Yumi center. It's a bit more of a solid center, or a very soft center. It's not going to run out as you bite into it like you would maybe expect custard to do. That's a really nice sweet snack. The custard's really nice. It's quite well balanced with the chocolate. So that's pretty cool. Loving that snack. Next up we have our Wasabi Nori snack, which is our seaweed with some wasabi flavouring on it. It is sticky like I thought it was going to be. I swear we've had stuff like this before, which is actually squid. So I'm not entirely sure what this is going to be like. Certainly not easy to bite into. Quite tough and chewy. The wasabi's quite an overpowering flavour in that. As soon as I bit into that the first time, I could tell wasabi was definitely a flavour in there. I'd say it's a little bit stronger than the potato chips we had last month. So if you're not too keen on wasabi, bear that in mind when you have this. It's not going to burn your tongue off, but it's reasonably strong if you're not a big fan of it. Next up we have our omaebo, which is natto, which is a Japanese soybean dish flavoured. It's got a bit of an odd smell to it. I almost say that tastes like it had wasabi in it as well, from the initial bite. It's I think that's got some wasabi in it as well. I can sort of taste a bit of a kick to that, which I wasn't expecting. I can't really say I've had too many soybean dishes to actually compare that to. So I'm not really sure what to describe that as. If you've had soybean dishes and you have this box and try this out, do comment down below and let me know how that compares. Up next we have our sort of Duro flavour gummy. So it's white on the outside and kind of a greyish centre. So I'm not entirely sure what this is going to be like. It's just soda soft candy. It tastes like Ramune. I wouldn't say I could taste two different colours in there, or two different flavours. I think it might just be colouring for the effect, I'm not entirely sure. Okay, next up, now I'm hoping my camera is cooled down a bit, is our watermelon gummies. I'm looking forward to these ones, because I think they're going to be one of my favourite gummies in this pack. So, I can still smell the wasabi from earlier. They're pretty cool, so you've got a kind of green rind for the outside of the watermelon and then a red centre. So they have a really nice refreshing taste to them. Not too overpowering, but you can taste the watermelon there. They're really nice and they have a little recedable top. So I really love them. And they've got a little bit of sugar on the outside. So if you've got a sweet tooth, they're absolutely amazing. Next up, we have our Kalbi lemon potato chips. I have a feeling these might be a bit light in flavour, just because it's lemon. That was a lot stronger than I was expecting. So that hits you with lemon and salt together. Yeah, the lemon hits you, then almost immediately at the same time the salt kicks in to dull down the sourness. That's a very odd flavour. I wouldn't say I've experienced that before. I'd say it's very different to the sweet Kit Kats. It definitely overpowers the potato chips. So I'm not too sure what to say about that. That feels like a very odd combination. It's not as sickly as I expected it to be, but at the same time it's quite a strong and weird concoction. If you get the box, do comment down below and let me know what you think of that one. Next up we have this chocolate wafer, which to me felt like it had melted slightly. And it looks like it did a little bit. So that's quite soft. I'm feeling that maybe the chocolate's still a bit soft as well. There's definitely a very soft strawberry layer of chocolate in there, which I think is what the pink was on the outside. It wasn't really shown in the booklet very much. So there's definitely a strawberry flavouring to that. It's quite nice. It's a very light snack. I bit through that very easily. So it reminds me almost of the ice cream you get, which has chocolate and strawberry in it, together with vanilla. So that's a pretty unique, funky snack. I don't think we've had strawberry chocolate like that in a box like this for a while. So next up, we got another chocolate snack, which is our chocolate mint Pocky. So we don't always get Pocky, we sometimes get other snacks which are a bit like Pocky in these. But this is actually Pocky for a change. These ones seem to have a darker handle than what I remember them being. Broken a bit of that off. But we have our Pocky on the inside with the mint chocolate on the outside. It's not a very strong smell of mint. Yeah, it reminds me of mint chocolate ice cream candy snacks we've had before. At first, I wouldn't say it's very strong. It's a very subtle hint that sort of lingers. I think the flavour comes on more after you've been eating it for a few seconds than initially, which is pretty nice. Chocolate mint ice cream is always that kind of differing taste, which I probably should have had at the very end before I have the rest of this. So it'd be interesting to see what this tastes like after having some mint. So next up, that went everywhere. we have our rice puff snacks. So they almost remind me of squid rings, or at least octopus tentacle rings. They're quite a nice palate cleanser actually. They're not overpowering. Some rice puff snacks you get with soy sauce can be very overpowering in flavour. These are quite unique in themselves. I can't remember what it said the flavour of these was meant to be. I can't even see it on the book now. But nonetheless, these are pretty cool, yeah. So these are the Kabuki Petite rice crackers. They're pretty nice actually. They're not strong, overpowering like some of the ones we've had in the past have been. So they're pretty nice on their own. There. Next up we have our USA potato fry chip things. So they are shaped like fry crisps or chips. I wouldn't say I taste too much garlic or ginger, but it says on the booklet. So I wonder if that was a mistranslation. It just tastes reasonably plain to me. If yours are really different, let me know. But I don't know where they've had. As this says, spice. It has a delicious spicy garlic and ginger flavour, which is complemented by freshly fried chicken. So I certainly don't taste those flavours in there. If you do, comment down below and let me know. They just taste like plain fried potato chips. Next up we have our Pocky, which is mint flavoured again. So this one comes in a very greenish hue or bluish hue, depending how you look at it. I absolutely love how these come like fish. You can smell the mint already, just taking it out of the packaging. So it has a wafer outside and a very white chocolate mint in the inner centre there. If you've had Aero mint chocolate, it looks very much, it tastes like that. It's very nice. The wafers very sort of powder, or not powdery, but melts in your mouth quite quickly and easily. So that's a really nice snack. And I think I need to take a swig of watermelon drink before I go on to the next. DIY, which is very weird after you've had some mint flavoured candies. So, our very last thing is our Melon DIY jelly candy. So I'm interested to see what this is going to be like. And I will open this up on our instructional page, which is our melon jelly drink page. So, we have one mini plastic bowl, one package of powder, which if you look carefully looks like it's got very small granules in it, one straw, and then we need 1 cup of water. So I've got a jug of water behind the camera, so we need to pour the powder package into the mini plastic bowl. So this looks like a mixture of powder and some very small granules, which I'm hoping you can see there. I'll use the straw just because the bottom of this is a little bit crushed. And next up we need to add some water to this. So you might be able to work out from that, but this says fill the bowl to about 2/3 full with water. I don't quite see there's no marks on this, so I just have to guess where that is. That's at half. I'd say about there's probably just about right. My usual problem when I do these is that I put way too much water into them. So now we stir this for about a minute, it says on the packaging. So use the straw and stir and water and powder together for about a minute. And then it says drink your delicious melon soda snack. So this is meant to turn into a bit of a jelly. Again, I'm starting to wonder whether I've put too much water in here, but the powder at the bottom does seem to have turned into chunks of jelly, which are sort of stuck more to the bottom of the pot there. Whether that will dissolve probably depends how much I actually stir this. It does feel like you could probably use a fork to break up some of those smaller bits a little bit easier, because you can see them sometimes as they come around the outside of the pot there. I might even be able to fish that bit out, or not. There are some chunks of jelly in there where the powders mixed with the water a little bit more than the rest of the drink, but it is getting thicker as I stir this. I don't want to spend too long on stirring this. That looks, I think there's a few chunks in the bottom there, but that looks reasonably thick. It's a little bit thicker than water, so let's see what this is like. Oh, I've got a bit of jelly stuck at the bottom. I think it's better to eat with the, just drink it out of the cup rather than the straw. That's more like a slime than a jelly. It has the hint of melon into it. It isn't an overly strong melon. I'm not sure if that's because I've just had the mint. But that's pretty cool. That's quite a nice DIY candy. It's very different. I think we haven't had a jelly kind of thing like this for a while. So it's quite a nice, different kind of DIY to what we used to. So that's pretty cool. It's really nice to have something a little bit different. We haven't had any DIYs that require things like microwaving in a very long time, which is a bit of a shame. They're a little bit more effort to film, but they're quite nice. You can get quite a few different things when you involve a microwave with some of these DIYs. But that was quite nice. It was different from the usual. But that's it for this box. Thank you for watching. I'm sorry that some of these boxes have come a bit late because I've been away travelling. But thanks for watching again. Please do hit the like button down below if you enjoyed watching the video, and please do hit the subscribe button if you want to see more of these videos. But otherwise, do comment down below what your favourite item was. Enjoy reading what you guys liked, especially if you got the box, what you thought about these items. But thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys next time.